Imagine your mind is a high-tech empire. For millennia, this empire was governed by a hierarchy where focus and survival were the absolute priorities. But in recent decades, an invisible force has launched a coup d'etat. You didn't realize it, but your biology has been hacked. Every time you unlock your phone for no reason, every time you seek immediate pleasure in processed food, or lose yourself in hours of short videos, you are feeding that coup. The result isn't just fatigue, it's a catastrophic failure in your reward system. You don't lack willpower. Your dopamine receptors are burned out by an economy that profits from your distraction. In today's video, we go beyond the surface. We will understand how the molecule of pursuit shapes your biological destiny, and more importantly, how you can perform a deep reset to recover the clear mind that was taken from you. Welcome to day 3 of our biological protocol. Many believe dopamine is a pleasure molecule, but modern science tells us something far more disturbing. Dopamine is the molecule of anticipation. It is the fuel that moves us toward what we want, not what makes us enjoy what we have. Think of our ancestors. Dopamine fired when they found the trail of an animal or a fruit tree. It served to keep them focused on the hunt until the goal was achieved. The problem is that in the modern world, this hunt never ends. Social media is designed like biological slot machines. Infinite scrolling offers a variable reward. Maybe the next video will be funny, maybe the next notification will be important. This uncertainty keeps dopamine flowing at artificially high levels for hours. The brain, in a Herculean effort to maintain homeostasis, internal balance, does something drastic. It reduces the number of dopamine receptors. It's as if your brain were turning down a radio that's too loud. The problem? When the radio is low, normal life activities, reading a book, working on a difficult project, having a deep conversation, lose their sound. They no longer generate enough stimulation. You enter a state of anhedonia, where nothing seems worth the effort. As we discussed on day 1 and day 2, your biology doesn't operate in isolated compartments. What you eat dictates how you focus. When you consume refined sugar or white flour, you cause a massive spike in glucose and, consequently, insulin. This flood of energy is followed by a catastrophic crash. At that moment of decline, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, panics. It perceives the drop in energy as a survival threat. The result? A surge of cortisol and adrenaline. You feel anxious, irritable, and unable to concentrate on anything that doesn't relieve that immediate discomfort. Most people try to solve this anxiety with more dopamine, more social media, more coffee, more sugar. This creates what we call the dopamine vortex. You're trying to put out a biochemical fire by pouring gasoline on it. To break this cycle, it's not enough to simply want to. A cleansing protocol is required to give the brain the space it needs for receptors to grow back. To regain your focus, you need a deliberate reset. Here is the protocol that will transform your perception over the next 24 hours. 1. Boredom therapy. Set aside 10 to 20 minutes of your day to do absolutely nothing. No music, no podcasts, no screens. Just feel and observe your thoughts. This forces the brain to deal with silence, lowering the threshold of stimulation needed to feel satisfied. 2. Low stimulus. Morning. The first hour of your day is sacred. If you touch your phone in the first minutes, you train your brain to seek cheap dopamine for the rest of the day. Protect your willpower window. Replace the phone with direct sunlight in your eyes for 10 minutes to regulate your circadian rhythm. 3. The nutritional foundation of dopamine. You can't build focus without the right building blocks. Dopamine is synthesized from the amino acid L-tyrosine. Make sure your first meal is rich in high-quality protein such as eggs, rich in choline and tyrosine and healthy fats. This stabilizes your glucose and provides the precursors your brain needs to produce dopamine steadily rather than in spikes. 4. The digital fast. Turn off all non-essential notifications. If it's not an emergency call or something requiring immediate action, you don't need to know the second it happens. Take back control of when you choose to give attention to the external world. We live in a world that profits from your intensity and your distraction. Fast food and social media are designed to override your satiety signals and keep you in a constant state of craving and mental lethargy, but now you have the data. You understand that the connection between your gut, your sleep, and your reward system is the most powerful tool you possess. Your mental health and ability to focus are not just matters of genetics or luck. They are a daily practice. You can choose to feed the fire of inflammation and distraction, or you can choose to cultivate the garden of your mind. On day 4, we will take the next step. We will discover how physical movement acts as miracle grow for your brain through a protein called BDNF, capable of repairing neurons and creating new networks. If this deep dive into the science of focus helped you, share it with someone who is struggling to concentrate. Subscribe to join our community of those who refuse to accept mediocre biology. Your journey toward a sharper and happier life doesn't begin in a pharmacy. It begins in your awareness and your daily choices. Invest in your health because in the end, your diet and your habits are truly your destiny.